All right, we're at 3 minute mark. Everybody, thank you for joining today. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for sharing this video. And if you're catching this video, then that means somebody loves you so much that they shared it with you and they want you to get some of this information. Or they wanted you to join this group and get some information because they love you enough to share something that really works and has results attached to it. My name is Aaron De Los Santos, Aaron D Channel, across all these platforms. Thank you for watching. And listen, I'm diving right in. So there's a couple of people who I need to address off the bat, right? And those people are people who are thinking about starting fasted focused lifestyle, not just doing a fast. And I want to be very clear. This is not just for people who are wanting to fast a certain amount of days. These are people who are wanting to learn what does it mean to have a fasted focused lifestyle, fasted focused life. What does that mean? And I want to talk to people who are wanting to become starters. Okay, you're a starter. You haven't started yet. You're still in the starting blocks, but the gun has already went off and you're still there. Right? Is that you? That might be you. Okay. If that's you, then I am here to give you the kick in your pants to say, what are you waiting on? All right. And I want to pose a question. Why are you waiting? Some people may have a very legitimate reason why they haven't started. They have the information. Okay. And this was me for a little while. I had the information. I had the inspiration. I had the encouragement. I had the motivation. I just didn't start. Why? And here's the other deal. You don't want to wait till it becomes serious. What does that mean? Well, there have been a few people who have reached out and they got the information and things happened to where now they weren't able to start because their health had plummeted into a space where they needed to be hospitalized or they needed to seek out a medical professional because of where they were. And I think that this group found them just prior to that. And had they started, they may have, I don't want to say they definitely, but they may have cushioned themselves or given themselves another chance, which is what happened with me, I feel like. So those people, man, you need to start. The gun has already sounded off. You need to jump and go. And you're battling maybe a question. You may be a little bit confused or, still wanting some insight. Or you just need somebody to say, start now. Go ahead and start. It's not going to hurt you. You're not going to die. Start. You will benefit from starting. So just start, man. Look, if there's anything that's going to hold you back, it's that first step. The best step is always the first step. And you might be thinking after this video, you're going to start. And how do you start? Listen, go into the about section of this group and check out how to start. I'll go through it real quick. You want to eat dinner tonight? And, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, man, just eat whatever. It doesn't matter. This group is not about what you can and cannot eat. This group is about fasting. This group is about restriction. This group is about setting limits, barriers, limitations, and honing in and focusing on what you are wanting to achieve, right? And that doesn't mean well, can I have this? Can I have that on this? No, this is not a diet, right? This is a discipline. It's not a diet. It's a discipline. It's a discipline daily that you are restricting yourself from certain things, right? Especially the thing that's holding you back. And for a lot of us, that is our food addiction, our coffee addiction, our sugar addiction, right? And food addiction, carb addiction, or whatever that case might be. And we are confronting that thing and we're saying, no, I'm not serving you. You are serving me, right? And I am in complete and total control because of the discipline that I am deploying, right? So how do you start? You jump right in, right? But before you do, understand what you're jumping into. So that's for the starters, people who are still in the starting block. You've stopped being a spectator. Now you're a game player and you're in the starting block, and now we're waiting for you to take the first step. Conquer the first 48 hours. Conquer the first 48 hours and see what happens. Take note and take account of what is going on in your mind, what's going on in your body, what's going on in the inside, your emotions, right? All those three key things you need to be taking note of. Now, you've already started. Here's for the other people. You've already started and you've completely blown it, right? You've seen some progress, but because of your habits, your habitual living situations just draw you back and hold you back from really hitting the goal dead on, head on. You have the number in your head of what you know you need to be living at. So what's kept you there? Well, you failed. You have bad habits. How do you break the addiction? You break the addiction by deploying discipline on a daily basis. You break the addiction by deploying discipline on a daily basis. That means that you are restricting yourself, right? You're restricting yourself of what you're consuming so that you can live a fasted, focused life, right? And that's the whole deal about fasting 365. It's every day you are confronting that thing and telling it no and saying, I am worth more. I'm valuable, and I now have the knowledge and the experience to really overcome. So you've blown it. You started, you went maybe for a few days, a week or 2 weeks, a month, and there was a birthday or there was a wedding or there was an event at work or there was an event with the family, and you couldn't come to yourself and say, you know what, I'm not going to partake and consume. So you broke the fast, right? You broke it and you weren't able to jump back into it. So now it's time to confront the issue of quitting, right? So you've quit for a second, but I want to tell you, just because you failed doesn't mean you have to quit, okay? Just because you failed first in a certain time doesn't mean you have to quit. Jump right back on it. And now I want to talk to people who have started. Maybe you've quit, or maybe you haven't quit and you just plowed through until you hit your goal and you win. You've won the achievement of achieving your goal, right? You've hit your goal, whatever that goal was. And for a lot of us, it's different, right? But now the assignment has changed just a little bit. Now you need to start encouraging other people. You need to add them to this group. How do you encourage? First, you need to add them. You know exactly who comes to mind when we start talking about people who could benefit from a fasted, focused life. Add them to the group, right? Add them to the group. I mean, they may not know that they're added to the group, but because you love them and care about them so much, it's important for you to put them in the best position, in the best space and the place, and surround them with people who have knowledge and who have experience to get them to their goal, get them to their most optimal level of health and wellness possible, and soon, right? As soon as possible. So if you're winning, pull somebody alongside with you, grab them by the throat if you have to, grab them by the hand if you have to, just push them forward to reach their goal. All right. So last piece is people who are wanting to finish. Don't quit, right? Cross the finish line. Don't quit until it's all done. Don't quit until it's done, until it's all done. And when it's done, you will know, we will all know, right? But don't quit until it's all done. Be a finisher. Okay, so those are the four people I needed to talk to real quick. People who are in the starting block still questioning a lot, right? If there's questions, hit me up. But you need just start. Just start doing it. And then there's the quitters, right? There's starters and then there's quitters, right? So quitters jump back on, right? And then there's winners. Winners find somebody to encourage and motivate, inspire, and finishers. Get somebody in this group. I'm challenging you to add at least 10 of the people who are in your friends list who come to mind, who you know and they know they could benefit from this group and from this information and this experience. Look, that's all I got. I'm going to jump off here. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments or leave them in this group and we will encourage each other for sure. Fasting 365. It don't stop until it's done. All right, guys. See you later.